All right, I'm back. Today we're doing 2 check-ins. Yeah. So day 131. This is actually the day after day 131. Day 131 was 5K day, which started at 4:30 in the morning. So my weigh-in wound up happening at like 4:45. The 5K day was coming off of rest day. So yesterday's workout was non-existent, and the 5K was in the morning. I weighed in 4.5 hours early, and I was up by 0.9 pounds, but I hadn't gotten a morning poop yet. Not really peed very much, and I was very confident that I was at least going to be even had those things happen. So I was like, 0.9, it's fine. We'll deal with it. We did the 5K, so I will get my check mark for today's workout for that. So I'm going to take that. I'm also going to do some just overall numbers. So 0.5 pounds down for the month with 12 days in is pretty depressing, but it's been a difficult month. And honestly, like, strength gain has been pretty good this month, so I'm not too concerned about it. Weight loss is not the only thing that's like really driving me. And honestly, a lot of my clothes fit better now. Even though I've really only gone down like 5-ish pounds in the last 2 weeks. I do feel like things are fitting a lot looser. And then like my t-shirts are starting to fit a lot better. And I'm wearing like these t-shirts that used to be like my go-tos, and they're just so big on me, man. These are all good things. 5K update. Last year I did it in like 51 minutes. I remember it said 49:50 or something like that when we finished, but the official time was like 51. I did it in 48 this year. I didn't do any training. This is just strictly from the fact that I row more, or I row, I should say, and I've lost weight. So I was able to increase that time. And the first go around, which was like almost half of the route, I had a lot more in the tank, and I was walking with a group. I was walking with Robin and one of Robin's coworkers / friends. And there was some difficulties. It was also pouring rain and kind of cold. So I was like, I kind of want to run because I feel like it's going to cool me down, and I feel like my wind is better now than it was last year. So I said, like, I'm going to run. And like last year I tried the same thing with this same group. I was going to run for like 2 minutes and then walk for 8 and do that the entire way. And the run was exhausting me so much that I could only do it for a minute. And my 9-minute walk, I was so slow because my feet were hurting that they passed me like really quickly, and I had to run to catch up to get past them at the very end. And this year when I got past like the 1 lap, because it's basically like 2.1 laps on this track, after the first lap I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and run for a little bit, and we'll see if you guys catch me again. And I just fucking ran for like 5 minutes. Felt decent. Eventually did have to stop to catch my breath, but it honestly didn't take me as long to catch my breath. So I did run, walk, until the end. So I feel like I actually could have gotten a better time, but overall I'm pretty happy with it. The biggest problem is that I have a bone spur on my ankle that rubs against my Achilles tendon. So I had to take pain meds before we went so that I could do the race. And then after the race, I was really, really hurting. So I have a medication for pain where I'm supposed to take 2 a day. So I took my second one after we got home. And I felt better. I didn't take any today, and I definitely feel it, which sucks. I was also like, hey, I'm probably not going to have time to lift because we're going to get home, and then within like 45 minutes to an hour, we have to leave to go to the Ducks game. The Ducks' final home game of the regular season was last night, so it was a busy day, So we got home. We had about an hour, and I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't lift today. I should make today my double cardio day. So instead of doing lift, double cardio like I've done this whole time, I would do double cardio to start this cycle and then do lifting today, which was always the plan, and lifting tomorrow instead of double cardio. And I was like, I think I am going to do that. And I can't honestly remember, but I'm pretty sure we got home and I didn't row last night because I was like, I did an hour of 5K and I usually get an hour of cardio. So I was like, I think I'm going to give myself a break. So I'm going to do an X on the evening workout. Yeah. No, I checkmarked it. Fuck. Okay. My bad, dogs. Reset. Stop. Everyone stop. I do think the morning workout more than made up for it. And we'll get to that in the check-in for day 132. Which we're going to do right now. And I got to take all this stuff off now. So Get rid of that, get rid of that, reset, and hide those. Update to 130 dose. Okay, weigh-in result was this. And that. It's like this and like that and like this, and that's a song. I don't know if you guys remember that song. That old ditty from back in the day. Ah, my God. All right, that's updated. I'm having trouble with my PC. I think it's really just with me. I'm being stupid. That can scooch. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now it's moving. Now we're moving. Now we're moving. Yep, that's correct. And this number is actually that number. And I think we're good. And, oh, I got to do this. Yesterday was good and bad. Reset, reset. Cool, 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 cool. All right, day 132 is today. Yesterday was the 5K. I didn't have an evening workout on account of the amount of effort put in on the 5K. And then we went to a night, I was going to say a nice game, a Ducks game. So that was a lot of walking again. And I was really, really, really tired. And I was like, my body, I think, could use the rest. On the way home, too, I had some calories left over. And I definitely went over yesterday because we had breakfast after the 5K. And I really wanted a country fried steak at this place we went to. But instead, I just got 2 poached eggs, a slice of bread, some hollandaise sauce, and like a potato pancake, which is just like a thing of like mashed potatoes that's been fried. And I gave that around 1,000 calories. So, and then at the end of the night, I was like, okay, I haven't had much aside from the breakfast. So I had a protein style double from In-N-Out, which is around like 400 calories, which isn't terrible. I figured some protein would help me recover. But I honestly was not worried about weighing in heavy. I was like, with the amount of effort I put in yesterday, and even though the calories were a little bit high, the amount of food I took in overall, and a lot of it coming from liquid calories because of protein shakes and such, I was like, I'll be good. So I weighed in this morning. I was 1.3 pounds down. I was like, that is more like it. So my overall monthly total is up to 1.8. Still not very good for 13 days into the month, but I do think this next group of days will be okay. And my total is 79.5. So doing really well. Today has been a lift. It's supposed to be lifting cardio day. I was supposed to have meetings starting at 8, and I was hoping to get in a row before those started. I woke up, and right when I was about to get going, I had my meeting that started at 8 moved to 7:30. So I had meetings from 7:30 all the way until 3 p.m., which was pretty brutal. And then I had to work on some stuff immediately after that because I don't get to do any work, basically, if these meetings are going on, unless it's something that I'm not presenting in and I don't have a stake in it. I'm just there for sort of like visibility. And today's meetings, none of them were like that. So I was like, I have to be camera on, I have to be engaged, and I can't like try and multitask for some of this shit. And yeah, it was a bummer, to be honest with you, because I was like, okay, I'm not going to have my first workout until like 4 p.m., which is way later than I want. So wasn't too happy about that. So I lifted at like 4:45 is when I started, and my lifts take about an hour and 15 minutes now. So I finished right around 6. I'm going to row before bed, so probably around 10:30, 11, depends on when I get in there. I am currently fucking exhausted. But I do get a check mark for this morning's workout. And I don't plan on skipping my row. I might not go like super hard. I don't have a lot of energy left in the tank, but I want to do it. And I'm on pace for calories today. I'm just under my calorie goal by 5. And I'm done with all my meals. I might have some gum. And it was kind of weird because like around like 3 o'clock, I was like, oh, I have to pee really bad. And I hadn't taken in like an abnormal amount of liquid for the day. I was like, maybe just a little bit extra. Like maybe like an extra can of Coke Zero that I normally wouldn't have. And I was like, I think overall though, I've been pretty good. And I just like, it was like I had to pee so bad out of nowhere. And then like 20 minutes later, I was like, I feel like I have to pee again. Like maybe there was some left over in the tank. Like, should I be worried about this? I went in there, super long pee again. It happened like 4 times over the course of like an hour and a half. And then I went and I worked out. And I was like sweating like I normally do. And I came, I was like, I'm so fucking thirsty right now, man. I'm like dying. I drank my protein shake. I drank a glass of water. I had another glass of water. So I was like, I don't know what that was. I think maybe I had a lot of sodium in my system from a couple of days ago. and it was just retaining water. So it's very possible that I have a good number tomorrow. But I'm also feeling, because I had like, a few glasses of water after I worked out, and then I also had I think I had another Coke Zero, maybe, I don't know. No, I had some tea. I just had some 0-calorie sweet tea. I was like, I might have a bad number tomorrow, so I don't know. Maybe I'll start peeing again by the end of the night, and I'm also kind of thirsty again. So I'm just like, I'm not going to try and worry about how much liquid I'm taking in and whether or not I'm retaining it, specifically because like I don't want to be dehydrated. I'd rather be like more hydrated than not hydrated at all, because there's just too many symptoms that come along with being dehydrated. So all that said, it's been a pretty good day as far as health goes. So I am happy about that. I'm going to slide this over. We're just going to look at the developments. And yeah, we're at 284.5. I almost weighed in at like 3 just to see how much weight I lost from peeing. But I was like, nah, I don't start doing that. But like I said, 1.8 for the total monthly, and then overall is 79.5. I'm currently trending to finish at 282.1. I do not think between now and the end of the month I will be at 282.1. And granted, it's been a bit of a roller coaster this month, and I get why it's giving me that trend, because the number I technically started with was 286.3, and I've only gone down 1.8 pounds since then. But I do think I've started to have bigger numbers again this month, and as long as I don't have, random fancy meals that I'm not gonna, abstain from, and I just stick to it, and I'm staying with the diet and staying with the workout, we'll see some healthy numbers. I do think I'll be in the 270s. I don't know if I'll be as low as 271.3. 271.3 by the end of the month, but I would like to be in the 260s by my birthday, which is May 11th. And that's my big goal. I'm going to leave this there, and we'll see where we end up by the end of this month. But having a 260 number by May 11th would be huge. So we'll see if I trend for that. And I do think that I am very much on pace for that. In fact, what we can do is figure out, based on our overall progress, 411. So we'll take these days, toss it in, and see what we're losing overall per day since we started. It's actually as easy as 79.5 divided by whatever the day is, which is 113. It's in the title. Let me check the title. I'm so dumb. 132. I'm so dumb. You are so dumb. All right. So calculator. Let's just put it on the screen. Order. Nope. 79.5 divided by 132. All right. On average, I'm losing, let's just say 0.6 pounds a day. 0.6 pounds a day. And how many days between now and May 11th? Well, that right there is 17 plus 11. So 28. Scientists agree that that's 28 times 28. So I'll be down by 16.8. Let's just call it 16.8. 16.8. Derp. 16.8. So yeah, I do have a shot at that. So we'll see. I would like to have another stint where I'm losing more than half a pound a day, but the half a pound is the goal. Yeah. Ever on workout history. It is hilarious that on a day where I feel like I was about the healthiest I've been in a long time, and I proved to myself like my health has improved vastly, I missed my fucking row. And I did cheat Saturday. I rode for fucking like 60 seconds and kept my streak going. But yesterday I was like, I'm not cheating anything. I'm too tired to fucking worry about it. I did do my 10 minutes beforehand, and I got 32 output, which is pretty standard. And then I'll have my evening workout, which might wind up going on tomorrow's stats. But let's just fucking wrap this shit up. And Wordle, I'm tired and I want to work on some stuff before I go to bed. Is today clout day? It is not. Interesting. Nope. No. Well, that is actually helpful, though. So we got most of them. F isn't in the front, which is kind of shocking. So is it going to end IE? FIE. What's something like this? No, it can't end. It can't end in the E. Can't end in the I either. So is it? Probably not. And now I feel like the F has to be at the end now that I'm looking at it. That's a word. Holy shit, that's a word. Just elfing around. There we go. Streak is up to 4 days. Fucking cool. I'm tired. I'm gonna wrap this up. Well, I still have the energy to work on some stuff on the side. So, any hoozle. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. Love you. Bye.